A total of 10 people were killed, including a police officer, after a gunman opened fire at a King Soopers grocery store in Boulder, Colorado, Monday afternoon, police said. The officer has been identified by police as Eric Talley, 51. He had been a part of Boulder Police Department since 2010. A law enforcement source told ABC News officers initially responded to a report of someone being shot in the parking lot of the store, and when they arrived at the scene, a suspect carrying a long gun opened fire on them. Talley was the first officer to arrive at the scene, where he was fatally shot. A suspect was wounded during the confrontation with police and taken into custody, according to Boulder Police Department Commander Kerry Yamaguchi. Our hearts go out to the victims of this horrific incident, said Boulder Police Chief Maris Herold at a Monday night news conference, praising Talley for his heroic action in responding to the incident after the police department received phone calls of shots fired and of a possible person with a patrol rifle. Officer Talley responded to the scene, was first on the scene, and he was fatally shot, Herold said. Several other law enforcement agencies soon arrived at the scene, including the state SWAT team. Without that quick response, we don't know if there would have been more loss of life, Yamaguchi told reporters at a news conference Monday evening. The commander and Boulder District Attorney Michael Doherty said at the news conference that they will be releasing more information on the deceased victims, including the exact number of victims, within the next few hours, as they are still notifying families. The suspect was not immediately identified by officials, but they said he was sent to an area hospital to be treated for his injuries. Yamaguchi did not reveal a motive, but said there are no additional suspects at this time. Boulder has suffered a terrible and horrific mass shooting today. This is not the first mass shooting that we have had in the state of Colorado, said Boulder County District Attorney Michael Doherty Monday night. My heart goes out to Eric Talley's family, his loved ones and his colleagues, Doherty added. His life was cut far too short. I also want to stress how incredibly sorry I am for all the victims killed today at King Soopers. These were people going about their day, shopping, and their lives were cut abruptly and tragically short by the shooter who is now in custody. I promise the victims and the people of Colorado that we will secure justice. The police department shared a photo of Talley on Twitter Monday night. Rest in peace Officer Eric Talley. Your service will never be forgotten. #Boulder shooting, they wrote. Matthew T. Kirsch, acting U.S. Attorney of the District of Colorado, also reacted to the deadly shooting. This has been a tragic event, he said, adding that he wants to assure both the families of the victims and the community that they will continue to support this investigation as completely as they can. My heart goes out to the families of the Coloradans, including a Boulder police officer, whose lives were tragically taken by a senseless act of gun violence, tweeted Colorado Sen. Michael Bennett Monday night. I am deeply grateful for the swift response from law enforcement and first. Enough. Talley's father, Homer Talley, shared a statement to ABC News following his son's death. He took his job as a police officer very seriously. He had 7 children. The youngest is 7 years old. He loved his kids and his family more than anything, he said. Homer Talley said the late officer joined the police force when he was 40 years old and recently started training to be a drone operator so he could get a job to keep himself off of the front lines. He didn't want to put his family through something like this,